Hello, my mindfulness challengers in the HeARTation Facebook group. How is everyone doing? So, wow, in February already, and this is our very first sharing session for the 7 days mindfulness challenge. It's been 6 days. How have you been doing it? Which area are you struggling? If you need a reference point, then this session definitely is for you. So before I proceed, let me just want to do a little bit of logistic. This is just a reminder for all of you. If you want to be able to receive the daily task, then make sure that you are in a HeARTation WhatsApp broadcast group. This group through the entire year will be giving you all the tasks that's related to the free 7 days challenge based on the theme of the month. So this is the number. Make sure you add it to your phone. You have to save it so that you can receive the broadcast list. That's how it works. So you have to save this number on your phone. And after that, you have to send a WhatsApp message to this number stating your name and your interest to be included in a broadcast list. So please tell me that you want to be included in the broadcast list. Don't just say a hi. I have some messages that just tell me hi. I have no idea what you want. So please give me your name and indicate that you want to be included in the broadcast list. Okay? So now, without further ado, let me introduce my partner in crime. Sounds like the wrong word. So I guess in this case, it's my partner in mindfulness, Cody. Ta-da!
Hi. Hi.
Okay, how are you feeling today, Cody? Our first Facebook Live session for our community.
It's good. I'm feeling good. And I hope later we will have fun, chatting and sharing.
Yes, looking forward to growing together. So this entire Facebook Live session is dedicated to hear the sharing and the mindfulness journey of one very special lady. So please help me to welcome Eileyn. Hi, Eileyn. See, you like the ta-da effect?
It's good to be here today.
Yes, it's awesome to be here today. It feels almost like a little girls' Saturday club that we're having here, like some kind of joy luck club. Okay, so since we really want to squeeze the most out of you today, Alice, so let's just jump straight in. So my first question to you was, I'm very curious, when you first started, what was your goal? What was your intention? What brought you to the challenge?
Actually, I did not have any expectation at all, and I wasn't expecting anything. So I think that is a good thing too, because when a person does not have expectation, then it's more open to experiences. Um, However, I have already attended some of Cordelia's sound healing session before, so I generally know how it works. What was different was that in this session, she will make sounds and then she will ask us to do the sound that she is giving us to do. So that was the only difference. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I have to say, I have never made sounds like that before. And so when I first met Cody, and then we were doing the 7 days challenge ourselves because we wanted to improve on it, to prepare so that it's the best that we can offer for everyone. It was a bit peculiar for me in the beginning, I have to say, but it was really fun and novel. And after a while, you just get the hang of it. And I think my humming, I do humming for part of my meditation. It did kind of help me, guide me and glide me into the sound therapy by Cody. So thank you, Cody, for making this mindfulness challenge so fun with this interesting twist because of your contribution.
Welcome. I do understand how you feel because I first experienced this vocal sound healing more than 10 years ago. It was conducted by another sound healer. And at first, I feel awkward, feel strange, and as you said, peculiar. But after a while, I get the hang of it, and then it becomes quite a fun activity for me to indulge in. Little did I realize I would later teach others to do this as well.
Wow. Like, it's amazing how life can be so unpredictable and how we can contribute. Okay, so now for Eileyn, so it has been 6 days. What has the experience been like for you? Being very intentional about adding more mindful moments in your day.
Okay, on the mindful moments part, I find that I'm more aware of my body, of what I'm thinking. I'm more conscious towards it. And
Mm.
I particularly like the mindfulness on the hands, the gratefulness, showing gratitude towards the hands. Um, it's because in the year 2016, I was in a gas explosion. And as a result of the
Oh,
gas explosion, I was in the ICU for 4 months. So,
wow.
and it was a very difficult time for me, and I had to relearn everything again, you know. So, even my hands at that time when I was in the ICU, I could only put my fingers up to here. So, when I was doing this exercise, I was reminded of the time when I couldn't even move, and I had so much of difficulties in just holding, and I can't even like, you know, I can't even make a fist at that point of time. So, when I was doing that exercise, I realized that I have a lot to be grateful for my hands, for my fingers, for me to be able to do things for myself again. Yeah, so that was a reminder to myself that we need to be grateful for what we have, because sometimes we tend to take things for granted, and we don't realize it until we consciously um, think about it. That
Mm.
was my experience. Yeah.
Mm. What was your experience, Connie, when you did this particular mindfulness exercise, appreciating your hands?
For me, usually I don't focus on my hands, but when I do your exercise, it makes me more alert, more conscious of how my hand is when it's resting, when it's on the move, when I'm doing gardening, and it makes me reflect how useful my hands have been in my life, and I have been taking them for granted. I admit that. So the
Mm.
mindfulness exercise reminds me, reminds me my hands are here. Appreciate them,
Mm.
love them, and honor them. So I do appreciate the mindfulness exercise. It is a good one.
Mm, beautiful. Yes, I think this ended up into quite a winner, quite a power exercise where everyone was blown away. I was a bit hesitation when I was selecting the task, whether it might be a bit too strange. But I just felt that no, have to be included. So I'm really loving the feedback. Everyone really starts suddenly wake up to wow, I have all these little helpers with me all my life. And it's not just our hands, our ears, our limbs, our fingers. Like, there's thousands of helpers assisting us every day, and then we wake up. Sometimes we might just complain, but we're so able, right? We're so blessed with everything that we have. So I think if I may flash this, I think we have someone who really summarize how we feel about our hands. I think, which is this sharing by Mating. Mating is one of our mindfulness challenger, the breast cancer survivor I interviewed last year, and this is what Mating said. So she said that she liked the day three exercise. She she was expressing gratitude to her hands. In the beginning, she was feeling more of frustration because of the nails. It was being very fragile, but because of the exercise, there was a paradigm shift in her mindset. Instead, she was showing appreciation. So I was so touched when I saw her sharing this in our community, and I thought that really deserves to be displayed properly so everyone can realize, because I think maybe some of us wonder, 7 days mindfulness challenge, what difference does it make? 7 days only, right? Very doubtful. But I think Mating has really demonstrated to us the power of what all of us are doing. So I think kudos to all of us who actually took up the challenge and say, hey, let's do this, because she really showed us, that it's only day 4 and was already making a significant difference. So I just want to flash some of our dear ones who are joining us. I'm sorry, some of you, I can't see your name. You just say Facebook user, but basically we have someone cheering for Eileen. So you have some
Ah,
fans. Vimala also cheering for you. This is like a fan club now. Right? Yeah, so super awesome. And Someone mentioning they having a newfound sense of appreciation. I presume it's about the hands as well. So yes, I guess we are all in the same place. So I think that's the beauty of doing the 7 days challenge in a community together, right? You're doing it alone, yet you are not alone at all. We're doing it alone, but we are together. So that is really powerful. So moving on to sound therapy now. So what was your experience of doing the 7 days task in terms of the sound therapy?
I feel the sound therapy was quite useful, especially to release stress, tension, and I can feel the vibration when I make the sound. Uh, the experience is good. You can feel the clearing of the mind. I think if I'm right, the mind was on day third or fourth day. I can't remember already. Then when I was making that sound, I could feel my mind was clearing at the same time. I can feel like
Wow.
vibration on the head. Yeah, so it was quite useful. I think today one is joy, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that's joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
somebody called me.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. So
Somebody called
I
me.
was I
Yeah.
was I was trying it out. Then I was thinking, wow, you do feel the certain sense of joy after making the tone. So I find it quite effective.
Yes.
I think it was
I
na ha ha, right? Na ha ha. First is ma ha ha, then
Why
na ha ha. Yeah.
you're memorizing them? Are you?
You can actually feel the clearing, yeah, and you can feel more joyful after that, yeah. But you need to. I feel that if you don't feel it at first, you just keep on trying and make it continuous, and definitely you'll feel something.
Definitely. One thing about the sound therapy I have learned by experience and by others sharing that some will pick it up very fast, like this. Some will take time. And I feel that those who take time is because that they are not in tune with their body senses. They are so used to be distracted. We are so distracted. Think about it, social media, TV, what's happening around us, paying the bills. So constantly we are losing touch with our senses. And sound is like, it will penetrate through your body, stimulate your brain, and it's like wake up, wake up, wake up. And next thing you know, you're more alert, you're more joyful. But the thing is, we always have the storage of joy inside us. We always have a storage of love inside us. But the issue is we keep on overwhelming ourselves with so much distraction to the point that we lose touch with that inner joy, that inner love. We just lose touch with that. So once we're able to clear the block, the tension and the stress and the worries, then it's easier for us to tap into our inner child, our inner joy, our inner love. So I'm giving simple and easy techniques to tap into it. And of course, the more often you do it, the effects will be more lasting.
So one of the reason why for February's challenge mindfulness, I invited Cody to join us is because one thing that people might not be aware about mindfulness is actually embodiment. You need to be embodied. You need to be in the present. And of course, there's the non-judgmental element, but a very quick way. In fact, it's like a cheat way to strictly straight away come back to the present moment using mindfulness is using your body, and that's why there's all this one of the most well known is using your breath, right? Notice your breath. There's actually a reason for that, because breath is the fastest way to notice some parts of your body. If let's say your body is not in pain, and I ask you, notice your hands, you might feel like there's no sensation, but we're constantly breathing, right? There's always this air coming in, coming out. So the breath is such a useful, powerful way to come back to the present moment. So because using our body is the best way to cultivate mindfulness, and I think sound therapy with all this vibration that all of you have already experienced with the challenge so far, it's really a very easy, another quick way to come back to the present moment.
Yeah, I have
And
to agree. The breathing part, when I was doing it, I realized that my breathing was shallow. quite shallow
Mm.
most of the time.
Very
And
common observation. Yes.
when I'm stressed, I find that I hardly breathe, which I don't even
Mm.
realize.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So that is the bad part about it. Yeah.
Yes, we got quite a few comments in our community. Exact same comment, right? Like I didn't even know I was breathing shallow. During the first, was it the first day challenge? First day is notice your breathing
Mm.
pattern. Yeah, so we got that comment too. I didn't realize I was breathing. Your breathing basically will tell you how you're feeling right now in the moment. Because have you know, if you're feeling peaceful, there's no way you're having shallow breath. Your breath will be really calm. So just a shout out that those of you who's watching us right now, if you have any questions that you have for me or for Cody, please, this is also your chance to ask. You can type it on the comment, and feel free to join in with your comment as well, which I've seen some of you are already doing it. So thank you for the love. Somebody say good job, Cody and Joy. Wow, my full name some more. Okay, and then someone says that Cody, someone is also mentioning in our community that they are enjoying the challenge. At first, skeptical. So this is really like a very novel for most of us. Most, I think there's a lot of first time in this community doing sound therapy. So thanks, Scotty, for introducing us to it. But so he or she was able to concentrate and feel the difference as you do more. So I think very similar to what Eileyn is saying here. Even if you don't feel anything, just continue because at some point you will. So I think seems like everyone's on the same page. Okay, so what was okay? So now let's talk about the hard part, right? Everything, every learning journey, learning curve, there is always the struggle. So, what was the challenge, or what was the biggest challenge for you for this 7 days challenge, and what did you
Um,
do to manage it?
I think my biggest challenge was because I'm working in the office during daytime. So it's like
Mm.
I can't be doing the sound thing. I can only do that at night.
Hide in the toilet and do
And
people run out. Got ghost.
But when you do it at night, I mean, are you not afraid that your neighbors will start thinking, what is that sound?
Or maybe the cat outside will start meowing
it is
together with you.
okay for me because you know why? Because there was like a back neighbor there singing karaoke at night. You know, so he can practice his tone. So it is
So you're
okay
the
lah.
background choir.
Yeah. So
Okay.
um, and during the day, what I can do is the mindfulness challenge. What usually you will broadcast it at 11 a.m. Right? Yeah. So I will take a look at what is required for the day. Then I will do it out. I'll try it out, and that is one of the other biggest thing that I find that which it was the first time for me is before entering a room, you are more mindful that you're entering to another space. I find that quite useful too because
Mm.
usually when we are entering into another room, we just like quickly enter and then quickly come out, or we go to another space, you know, without thinking. But as I was entering this time, I realized that each of the place there's like a certain air, certain
Yes.
environment, you know. Then I realized the temperature is cooler here than the other place. And I think for those people who does feng shui and all those kind of work, metaphysical work and all, they should do this challenge because you can actually feel, you're more aware of what is happening rather than you just like waltz in and out and then not feeling your environment. So this is more of like having a feel of the environment, which I find quite interesting for me.
Hmm.
Mm. This is one of the more challenging exercises. To get it right all the time probably will take some time. I'm in my third week now doing this. It is sometimes I still open in a hurry, right? The idea of this challenge is to help to use to be aware that every space that you enter, even if it's inside the house, there is a difference in the energy. The energy in your bedroom, the energy in the kitchen, the energy in the living room. Actually, the energy is different. So this is a challenge to help us to be very mindful, like preparing ourselves to go into the next space. Right in our busy life, this is like unheard of mindset, but it helps us to cultivate mindfulness, and it's really very useful because throughout the day you're going to move through different spaces. Even if you are inside the house, there's different space, and we always have to open doors, right? Doors is like a standard feature in every house, every office. So this is a useful exercise, but I would imagine if I put it in day one, I think maybe most people will be discouraged already. I can't do this, so difficult. So that's why we started with just notice your breathing pattern, and then we slowly. So the tasks are they're deliberately designed to be increasing slowly in difficulty and also in frequency, because opening door means throughout the day you constantly have to be kind of on the alert. Oh, I'm going to open the door. Let me come back. It's not like the breathing. You only do it when the alarm sound. So I want to share somebody. Vimala was saying that this is really a shout out for Cody. You've been really been supportive, supporting her and with her chakras.
Okay.
Okay, so this is so I think there's also a lot of value in the continuing the exercise, because one day, I mean, we only can only get that limited amount of practice within a day for that task of the day. So it would be great if we can repeat the task as well. So what was most interesting or insightful for you? And by the way, those of you who is commenting, if you can please write your name as well, so that I really would love to know who is the one commenting, because I'm unable to see it here. It just keeps saying Facebook user. So when you share your comment, please write your name so that we know who is commenting. Okay, so coming back to you, Eileen, so what was most interesting for you or insightful about yourself?
Yeah, as I stated earlier, is the room challenge. Yeah, that was very insightful for me because I have not noticed that much before until now. So I think that was the most interesting part of the challenge, I feel.
Okay. So I noticed that, Eileen, you actually have a really great beginner's mindset. You have a really open mind. You're really open to like all the different exercises, which I would suspect might have some resistance for some of us, for some of the tasks. Our first reaction might be, must do this, right? But you seem very calm about everything. Like,
Um,
okay, let's try this. I'm so amazed by your this beginner's
I
attitude. What
think
what a great model you are for all of us.
I think it's because I have done meditation before, and also because when I was at the hospital, I was actually hospitalized for 1 over year. So I had plenty of time at the ICU and burn ward to reflect on my life
Hmm.
and to be conscious of the things that is going around me. So in a way, this challenge for me is nothing,
Yeah,
considering that
easy
what
peasy.
I have, yeah, considering that what I have gone through. So the pain, the pain of feeling, the pain feeling, the loneliness, and all this, I feel that um, mindfulness does help too, because um I remember at that time when I was at the hospital, I had to be grateful for everything, every little thing that there was any improvement. I felt grateful, and that was one of the things that I cultivated during that time. And
Hmm.
until now, when I couldn't even sit up on the bed, and when I first started standing, I had to be assisted by 3 occupational therapists, and that was around 7 to 8 months after the gas explosion, and it was so painful. So every little milestone, I was grateful about it, because when you are in the lowest part or lowest end of your experience, every little positive things should be taken, and we should feel grateful for it, for whatever that we can do, because it helps with the process.
Thank you, Eileen, for you reminding us to be grateful. Quite often we take things for granted. And now hearing your amazing story, it is inspiring because I feel that the human spirit, it is so strong when we are willing to overcome all challenges and trials. So thank you for sharing what you have been through.
Thank you for inviting me.
Indeed. Thank you, Eileen, for sharing something that's pretty private. Really appreciate your authenticity and vulnerability so that the community can grow together with your experience. So truly appreciate that. There is a question from Gita for Cody about the sound healing and chakra. She is asking, how does the sound healing help in chakra healing?
Oh, well, sounds are vibration, and in fact, everywhere around us are vibration. The trees, even a table. If you're sensitive enough, you'll be able to feel the vibration of the table. So everywhere is vibration, including chakras as well. If we are able to know which intonation that can clear the block or harmonize the disharmonious tone, then what will happen is that let's just say your chakras are blocked. What I will do is I will check which intonation that can help you unblock it. But it can be a general one, or it can be a different tone specific to the individual. Because each of us, we may have heart issues, but not necessarily the same. One could be distrustful of people. One could be heartbroken over a breakup. So all these will emit out different disharmonious tones. So for me, my forte is I'm able to pick up positive tones that can unblock, that can renew a person, uh, even the body organs as well. So yeah.
Wow, that's really fascinating. But I'm not surprised. I've been reading up some books about humming, which is the same vibration, sound healing. So the effects are pretty similar. I think there are some research studies being done about sound therapy actually in some India university. So there's some research that will slowly be emerging. It just takes time because I guess things like that takes a while for people to embrace it. But I'm really glad that we are hopefully somewhat early on the game by dragging you, Connie, to the challenge so that we all can experience it for the first time. So Claudia, back to you. So you have all this experience. You're at this point in your mindfulness journey. So what is your intention? How do you intend to continue in this journey?
Oh, sorry, is it me?
Yes,
My
it's
question.
you.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I I find that I'll probably do this exercise later too, even though the 7 days challenge has
Mm,
finished, as I
mm.
find it quite useful. And currently, I'm also like in the process of writing my book, so perhaps it
Oh,
will also help me in my writing my emotions out, what I'm
mm.
feeling at that point of time. So yeah, it is useful.
So I'm just curious, Cody, do you have any suggestion for people who might want to, say, oh, well, I want to continue using this in my daily life? So in terms of your sound aspect, do you have any suggestion how they should go about with that 7 exercise that they now have a recording of?
Well, they just continue the practice. Continue the practice, and of course, the more you do it, the more the effects, the benefits will cement within us, within our brain, our body, and so forth. So it's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym like once or twice a month, little impact can be seen. But if you do it 3 or 4 times a week for an entire month, you will see the results. Although it's not that much, but you will see the results. So for those who are interested, especially those who are able to feel the impact of the sound therapy, please continue. I recommend you start all over again. That means like day one to day seven. Why specifically day one to day seven? Why not like day three, day five, and so forth? The thing is, the earlier days are like preparation, preparing your mind, preparing your body, so that when it comes to day four or day five, you'll be able to easier to feel joy and so forth. If you go straight to joy, the joy intonation, it may not be easily felt. So it's good to start from the beginning. It's like preparation and tuning in your own internal vibration. So always start from the beginning. If you want to, you can do this for life. Yes.
Indeed, it can be a way of life. So I guess the mindfulness task and the sound challenge task is exactly the same. These are the basics, and but it can be enough. If you do this, it will keep you busy. Actually, there's already 7 techniques there to inculcate mindfulness, to use sound as a way to take care of your own well-being, and it's up to you how often, how much and how little you want to put it into your life. Like, notice your breathing pattern. You can do it every hour, every day, one time. The range is wide. It's really up to you. The sound therapy, the sessions only last, so the exercises are like what, 3 minutes. You can like repeat it, do it twice back to back, or split it 3 times a day. Take that as like a, like every time I finish a toilet break, then I will accompany with this thing, so you can make it into a habit. You attach it with an existing habit of behavior. So many ways I think that you can play with it. I would encourage our challenges. Please see how, be creative and have fun. Remember, see how you can include it into your daily life after the 7 days challenge. Who says that it has to end here? In fact, let this be the beginning. And this community is always here. You can always still make comment about, oh, last week we did this challenge, and feel free to do that. It's okay. We are here. We're here to support one another. So, Eileen, you are not a stranger to mindfulness at all. And then now that you are here sharing with us your journey, what I think you're really such an appropriate person to ask this question. What would be your tip, advice for people who's keen to start on their mindfulness journey, but for whatever reason they have not begun?
I would say take the challenge. It will help you to be more aware of your mind, your body, your feeling, and that sometimes we tend to multitask in our busy lives. Then that we are not aware of what is happening on our body. Even if you want to go to toilet, also we will you just do this first and all that. So, but what I feel is that is quite bad for our body. So in the long run, it is detrimental to us. So it is good to be aware of what is happening in your body right now, in your mind, as it is an indicative of our health, of our awareness, and in the long run, it will help us greatly.
Hmm.
Thanks for your advice, and I do really hope that the challenges, please continue until the last day, which is tomorrow. Please continue. And if you find it is impactful and it benefits you, please also encourage your family, your friends, anyone whom you think can benefit from our mindfulness and also the sound therapy sessions. Please invite them to join in for next week's session.
Yes, so tomorrow is the day 7 of our challenge, but tomorrow evening, stay tuned for our video. We will tell you what's next. No, we're not done with you yet, so don't think, oh, I'm done. Let's exit this group. You're not allowed to exit for the whole year. I have
Go
lots of plans for you. Okay, plans that will support your well-being and your peak performance. Let's have joyful living together. So this community, it's not just for 7 days challenge and then okay, we're done. No, every month we will have activities, and tomorrow we will review to you what plans we have in terms for the month of February as well. So thank you, Eileen, for coming on, sharing with
Thank
us
you
your
for inviting me.
journey. You've been very inspirational.
Thank you.
So thanks for joining us. We appreciate your presence.
So for all the rest of the challenges, thank you for taking action for yourself, for your own well-being. Thank you for having the courage to step up and say, yes, let's try this and let's do this 7 days challenge. So continue to participate, support one another. If you have questions, please don't be shy to ask. Me and Cody were here to serve you, and everyone else I see have been chipping in to support each other with their own experience as well. And please post short videos whenever possible of your task if you're not too shy, because I think videos are so fun. And I always get a kick when I see those videos. Thank you, Vimala, for your nice comment. It's always nice to receive appreciation as well. Okay, so stay tuned. We will have another challenger coming to share with us her experience, and that would be Nikki. Okay, so tomorrow will be the same time as well, Facebook Live inside our Facebook HeARTation community. So at this point, we're going to end on a heartful note with our HeARTation host. Ladies, are you ready?
All right.
Eileen, sit up a little bit more. Okay. Nah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. Okay, catch you again tomorrow. Okay, take care. Happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday.